This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised as some cases contain graphic content. We mean no disrespect to anyone we discuss in this podcast except our exes. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. However, we will be expressing our personal opinions. Buckle up, Buttercup.
Hey guys, it's Cynthia.
And I'm Wes, and this is Love and Luminol, a true crime podcast.
Yay.
Hopefully the video's working this time.
Well, our light quit. Every week
My
it's
God,
something.
man. Yeah, while we were on vacation trying to do it, nothing was lining up right. Then we get home and record a whole episode, and the video doesn't work.
Nope.
I go back, I recorded everything, video, audio, set it all up, went back to edit it. Video's a second long. But all the audio's there, so that's why last week was an audio episode.
Mm-hmm.
This week, our main light went out. So we had to use our secondary light as a main light, and now we don't have our secondary light. So the lighting's different, but hopefully it's still working. I'm looking down at my watch, like I said on the TikTok. You'll catch me keep looking down at this watch to make sure the video is still recording, because I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, so who hexed us? We need somebody's set us up.
I don't know. Last few episodes just haven't been going the way they're supposed to.
No. And that's okay. We're still here.
We're still here, though. And then before that, we were sick forever, so
Yeah.
I'm still getting over it.
Yes.
Excuse me. Anyway, and now we got cats over there fighting.
It's never ending.
All right, what's this week's episode?
It is on Miguel Angel Martinez Santamaria.
Okay.
Never heard of that one?
I don't think so. I would have remembered that.
I think you would have. But let's get into it.
All right, here we go.
Well, if you can still see me, the video's still going.
Yeah, like I was saying just a second ago, if it goes out, at least we got the intro. So you'll see us for a minute, and then technical difficulties. But for right now, it looks like video's still recording. So let's get on with it.
So let's get on with Miguel Angel Martinez Santamaria.
Yes.
All right. Before I show pictures, jumped ahead. He's a 45-year-old man. Now, there's a picture of him. He's younger,
Okay.
playing whatever that is.
Accordion.
Accordion, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't in band. And then that's some more current picture of him,
Alrighty.
or latest picture of him. But he worked at the Royal Brompton Hospital in Chelsea.
Chelsea what?
Chelsea, I don't know, but he lived in the UK for 2 years.
Okay.
So
UK.
over there somewhere.
Over there.
But he had a sister named Blanca Martinez.
Blanca?
Blanca, and that's her on the news.
Okay.
Blanca lived in Basque County in Spain.
In Spain? Okay.
Yeah, so everywhere. Everywhere and everywhere. He had 11,000 euros. I believe it's euros. It's a little backwards C with two lines.
I think so, yeah.
I think so. Euros in his bank account. And decided on May 2005 that he was going to do some traveling. So he left his home near Bilbao.
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 To travel across Europe by train.
Sounds fun.
Yes, very fun.
I would do it.
Yeah, yeah. But he was what they call a lovelorn tourist.
A what?
Lovelorn. I guess
I
it's
don't know.
like a lovesick, unhappy in love,
Okay.
kind of down on his luck in the love department. He just wanna
Oh,
travel.
okay. He's lonely and he just feels like
A lovelorn
going on
tourist.
a-
He's just gonna travel.
worldwide orgy.
Yes. And he did have mental health problems.
Okay.
So he's a poor, lonely guy, just wanting to travel by train, see some sights.
So,
Nothing wrong with it.
I would do it.
Yeah. But September 29th in 2005, his sister gets a call. So this May, he decided to take this trip. September is when she gets a call around 7:50 p.m. from the local police stating that they received a call about a badly decomposed body that had been found on the shore of Lidingö Fjord in Stockholm, Sweden, with her brother's photo ID in the pants pocket.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So apparently 5 months after he took this trip, his body washed up on the island of Lidingö. Police said a British citizen, Sarah Adams, was walking when she spotted the body between two rocks. So just someone walking by saw the body. That's the... What they call it?
So he was caught between
Like
a rock
the body
and a
of
hard
water
place.
they found. Yeah. Yeah, two rocks. That's the canal, river. I don't know what they call it, but that's the body of water he was in.
Okay. It reminds you of Italy, the way the streets are water in some places.
Yeah, that's what it, yeah. But it is known that the body was retrieved by boat, that there was a wound above one of the eyebrows.
Okay.
But his body was first transferred to the morgue with a wristband noting him as unidentified. Because, of course, you know,
Even
they
though
didn't.
the ID
He's
was in the
decomposed.
pocket.
Yeah. A nurse at the facility checked his pockets, and then that's when they found Miguel's ID.
Okay.
So that's a picture of it. It says España, so Spain ID.
Mm-hmm.
And the nurse name was Isabella Franco Saracida?
Okay.
Horrible names. But based on looks, she assumed him to either be Spanish or Mediterranean. But if he's that badly decomposed, I don't know how you can tell. I don't know.
Oh, no. There's probably
Maybe.
just some characteristics that made her think
Yeah,
that.
I mean, she would know over me, but the body was badly decomposed and the hands were missing.
Okay.
Yep, the only way to identify would have been DNA other than the ID in his pocket. The first autopsy... Oh, Lord. The first autopsy was performed by Petra Rostin Almqvist.
I think you just need to skip the names.
I do. Forget it.
We don't need to know who all performed the autopsy.
We don't need you butchering all these people's
It's like,
names.
the person who did the autopsy says...
But Petra's finding made little sense to his family. There's bruising to his right ribs. Authorities assume the bruising was caused when he hit the water after jumping to his death.
Interesting.
And she listed his death as a suicide.
What? Come
Yep.
on.
Come on, you don't buy it?
Missing hands?
Oh, true. Well, fish could have took him. I
Just
don't
his
know.
hands.
I'm trying. You know, you never know.
Fish are like, I don't think we need to leave him identifiable. Take his hands.
Take his hand.
Leave everything else.
You never know.
Those fish, man.
Evil down in there. They're mob fish.
Take his fucking hands, huh?
They believe he'd thrown himself off the ferry to his death in the Stockholm archipelago. I was going to leave places out, too.
At least you got Stockholm.
I got Stockholm. But they believe that's the,
Bridge
yeah.
that he jumped off of.
Yep. They assume that he leaped off of that to his death, and that's why his ribs were bruised.
Okay.
But according to Swedish police, the body had been in the water for quite some time. The investigation report was just 1 page. That was it. 1 page. The top half's all like demographic stuff. I can't read this.
It looks like their findings is like a sentence.
The bottom half, the bottom half is the address, phone number, stuff like that. And it's just like one little tidbit.
It's like,
section.
yeah, it's like this 2-sentence paragraph.
For Miguel
hell of an
Angel
investigation.
Martinez Santamaria. And there was like 4 words, and then that was it.
It's a hell of an investigation.
That's thorough right there. That's thorough. But in his will, he asked to be buried in London beside his former girlfriend, that Loch Lorne tourist, bad luck. He wanted to be buried with his ex-girlfriend.
That seems weird.
And but that's his gravesite next to her.
Wait, so his ex-girlfriend was dead?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
That could be why he's so sad.
Possibly. His body was sent to the UK November 5th. Again, it was found September. This 1-page investigation lasted till November when they sent his body over there. After the examination, though, it was noted that his heart and much of his liver was gone.
Took the hands and the heart and the liver.
Yes, and that's an article about it.
Fucking fish.
In another language. Fish are badass. In another language, I don't know what that says. But they did a whole article about him.
Okay.
Due to a mix-up of paperwork when the body arrived 2 months later,
It looks Swedish.
It must be. Inconsistencies in the account of his death were raised because there's some paperwork mixed up. Because documents were missing, a second postpartum exam was ordered. Because that one page should have been more than one page.
You know what happened to all the paper?
No.
Fucking fish.
According to a report from Westminster Coroner's Court, the body, quote, had been previously eviscerated and both lungs were present and had been dissected and showed no signs of changes other than changes of decomposition. End quote. The report concluded that, quote, at the time of the post-mortem examination, it was not possible to identify a specific cause of death due to the absence of the heart. And he said, how do you know this guy died? He don't have a heart.
I mean, that's a sure sign he's dead.
Right, but I mean...
How do you know he's dead? How do you know he died? He didn't have a heart.
They don't know the cause. They say he jumped, but then where'd his heart go?
Fucking fish.
Fish. Swedish authorities have insisted that Miguel's heart was in situ when it left their custody, and suggested that it might have putrefied. But other experts doubted that. So they're saying it was fine.
They're saying the heart was in the body before they sent it off, and then it just kind of magically melted inside the body.
Yeah.
Wow, these guys are good.
They are. It's part of that one-page report.
That's the only thing in the report. Heart's fine, but then it melted. We're going with suicide.
But his sister, Blanca, believes her brother was killed and his heart was removed. She believes that he's killed by organ traffickers.
Okay.
Makes more sense
Guess that's
than
a big
the fish.
thing in Sweden. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, that's her holding a poster trying to raise awareness.
Despacito.
Almost what it says.
I thought that's what it said.
Desaparecido.
Oh no, I read Despacito.
And there's another poster she made saying, yeah, I doubt he jumped. It says, I know that says urgent.
Yeah. Maybe that's
Urgente.
what Despacito means as well.
Disappeared?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Disappeared? Yeah, could be. Missing. It says missing though, but they found the body.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm lost.
Who knows?
He's not missing anymore.
He's not missing anymore. But there's no sign of water in his lungs, which meant he did not drown.
It means he was dead before he went in the water.
Miguel was a great swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
He would not have committed suicide by jumping into the water because obviously he can swim. So she's like, that wouldn't be the way to go.
Well, I mean, just because you can swim doesn't mean you're not going to kill yourself by jumping into the water. But the fact that there's no water in the lungs means he was dead before he went in the water.
Mm-hmm. Last time anyone saw him was August 1st, 2005, after he was interviewed by police about an altercation at a bank in Karlstad.
Oh.
Yes. And the photo ID in his pants pocket was paper copy. His family thought finding his ID was odd since his body was in the water for so long and the paper copy was still legible and in good condition.
That is weird.
Yes, which is probably why she's put missing, because she probably doesn't think that's his body.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the only way they identified him was the license in the pocket.
And that's another thing. Why would he not have his actual ID? Why would it be a paper copy?
Yeah.
I'm lost on that one.
Me too. But Blanca wanted to speak to the woman who found her brother's body. But the police would not release any information on that woman. They wouldn't give out her name or none of the information. The only information on the woman was her name and phone number in the report. So in the report, they had the lady's name and phone number. The phone number was incorrect. So they don't know if it was written down incorrectly or just a bad number. But the number wasn't correct. She called every Sarah Adams in Stockholm, and none of them knew what she was talking about.
Weird.
Yes. So apparently the name wasn't correct either. And that's her with the paper ID that was in his pocket. As you can tell, you can still read it.
Yeah.
Still in pretty good shape being in the water for months. The National High Court of Spain has issued 4 regulatory commissions to the British authorities asking for the exhumation of the body.
Okay.
They wanted to check this out again. 13 years after his death, his body is being exhumed from Gunnersbury Cemetery. Blanca told El País, quote, 13 years of fighting, terrible fighting, and institutional inaction. We do not know if they killed him, who killed him, why they mutilated him. Nobody clarifies anything. It's hard to imagine a crueler hell. So, that's the latest I found. She's still, from what I've heard, she's still pushing that that's not him. Like, he's still out there. That's not his body. The only way they ID'd him is the nurse found his license in his pocket. So she's like, that's probably not. She doesn't believe that's him. So she's still pushing it. There is a documentary on Discovery Plus, The Man Without a Heart, that covers it. If you want to check it out, but it is in Spanish. It has English subtitles, so you got to read it. But the audio's all Spanish. But it's interesting. But that's the case of Miguel.
So what you're saying
Angel
is
Martinez Santamaria.
you want me to read?
No, I'm
God.
just telling you. We know you discuss thoroughly in your book talks. You don't
I do audiobooks.
Yeah, you do audiobooks.
So I suggest they throw the audio in English so I can get part of this.
I'm sure you can probably find it over there where some English people are speaking over them.
I need the audio subtitles.
But I watched it in Spanish and just read it.
I need the English audio.
He wants someone to read over this.
I can't read.
So, that's it. She's still not satisfied with the conclusion of this case. It's a one reporter, bury him and done. And she's like, no, that ain't my brother. So she's still got missing posters out and about and wants them exhumed and properly tested. And
well, in some scenarios, she acts like she doesn't believe it's him. But in that one statement, she said, who killed him, who mutilated him, who did this. So that makes me think like she believes it's him. So
yeah, I think she's
kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, she's kind of got that little hope in there every now and then. She's like,
it's not him.
Yeah,
but
she's
then
hanging on.
If it's him, why would they do this to him?
Yeah.
Like she's kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible because, again, they didn't do a very thorough job.
No.
She's definitely not satisfied.
I'm sorry, but like I said, no water in the lungs, so the body was dead before it went in the water.
Missing his hand.
2, missing hands. Fish didn't do it. Just like the fish didn't make the paperwork disappear.
But they didn't specify
and the heart.
How it was missing. Like, was there any cuts on the body where the heart
they didn't say. Like,
was the hands cut off or torn off or?
And then the fucking heart. They're like, it was there when we found it, and then suddenly it's gone.
Right. I mean, I've heard instances where people had their ankles tied or wrists tied and threw in the water, and after so long, because the rope was there,
it makes
the
hands
hands
separated.
Fall off. Yeah. But they didn't specify if it was cut, if it's torn, if there's bones still attached and the skin's. They didn't say.
Yeah,
there's
it's
any
weird.
cuts on the torso or anything. How'd the heart go? Where'd the heart go? There's not any. And it didn't say just the heart. It said part of the liver too, or something.
The heart and the liver disappear. It's Mexico.
Yeah, they didn't.
It's Mexico.
They didn't do. And that one-page report didn't say nothing about how are these organs missing, what's missing.
It's just
it
gone.
Just said he jumped. End of report.
He jumped, commit suicide. We don't know what happened. Hands, liver, heart,
liver, heart, right toe.
perfect ID in the pocket.
Perfect
paper
copy.
ID. Somebody took a photocopy of his ID, shoved it in his pocket, and it magically was still okay months later being in the water.
In the water.
I don't know. Something's off about this whole thing.
It is very. But hopefully she gets it worked out and gets more clear answers. His family can get some resolution in this mess.
See, that stuff like that bothers me because, like,
Yeah.
It's almost like they don't want to do their job.
I know. And it's somebody's family, somebody's life.
And that's their whole thing, is trying to find out what happened.
Yeah.
Why just close it? Like, why just say, that's what it is, done. Like,
And if that was their brother or their dad or their son, they would be more thorough about it. But
it's not like they got something better to do. That's what they're supposed to be doing.
yeah.
No. I got a golf game this afternoon. Let's just mark this
They
suicide.
dropped the ball on this one. I've seen handwritten reports longer. This was a typed one-page, one-sentence one. What are they doing over there?
You say over there, but that shit happens here too. It happens
Yeah.
everywhere.
It does, true. Very
We
true.
got some really shitty investigators around in this world.
Mm-hmm. Then you have some very good ones, so it's a mixed bucket. But I guess that's with every profession.
True. Need to kind of weed out the bad ones.
True. But thoughts to his family. That's
Yeah.
the case of Miguel. You're like, you don't like the ones that leave you open.
No, I don't.
Unsatisfied.
I don't. I want to find out what happened. I'm going to go with... All right. So hands missing tells me somebody really didn't want him identified.
But then the ID in the pocket, though.
Yeah.
Why
That
cut
makes
his
me
hands
wonder
off
if
and
it's really him too.
Yeah, see, that's why I think because why take the hands and then be like, oh, never mind, I want him to know who this is. I'm going to put his license in his pocket. That makes no sense.
No. He definitely saw or heard something he wasn't supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Which is weird because he was a tourist. He's traveling.
Yeah. But there was that altercation at the bank.
True. They
I don't know
didn't
what
say
happened. They
that
didn't
was.
go into detail on
No, they
that, but
didn't.
I mean,
Maybe he saw something, ratted somebody out.
could be. Maybe he witnessed a bank robbery and
Ratted
identified someone.
out. Well, this is a big leap for a bank robbery to
I
chop
don't know,
your
I'm
hands
just-
off. Oh, who knows? But
Sounds like some mob shit though.
it does.
Chop off your hands and throw you in the fucking water.
Take your heart.
The heart one is a little off. I mean, of course, this is Europe, but in Colombia, they'll fucking pull your tongue out through your thing, and they do all kinds of weird shit.
My other question, because it said
Oh no, is your
badly-
tongue? They pull it. They slit your throat. They pull your tongue through your neck, so it hangs out,
like
and they call it Colombian necktie.
Yeah, necktie. But what I don't get though is it said the body was badly decomposed, where they couldn't ID who it was. So would the heart still be in there anyway? I don't know. I'm not a
They
I don't
said the
study
heart was.
mortuary science, so I don't know. I figured it's a soft tissue organ. It wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. They said
In
it
the
was.
water for months.
They said it was still in that motherfucker.
I think they were covering their butts. I think they're like, I don't know, must have melted. It was there. I swear we didn't mess with it.
I
We
swear
didn't
we-
miss it.
I swear it was there.
We didn't put it. We would have put in that one-page report if it was gone. I don't think they did a thorough enough job, and they're like, oh, it was there when we.
I don't think it sounds like they didn't actually do a real autopsy. They just kind of looked at him, gave him a quick once over, saw the ID.
his hands were missing.
They didn't even notice that. They're just like broken ribs. Yep, he
Bruised
jumped.
ribs. He jumped. That's
Like,
because they said he was so.
what about the
badly-
hands? Oh, I don't know. Let's just skip that part.
They were there when we.
They were,
loaded them up.
they were there
Said, "No,
beforehand.
you guys, I
They
don't
must
know."
have putrefied with the
It's
heart.
weird because they're like, we can't ID him because he's so badly decomposed. I'm like, well, then would the heart even be there? I feel like that's something that would have went with the eyeballs and stuff.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I don't study this kind of stuff. If any of you out there study this stuff, let us know. If the body's in water for months, would the organs still be intact?
And do fish just eat the hands
Do fish just eat
and
hands?
nothing else?
Just in case.
And do fish plant a perfect paper copy of someone's ID in their pocket? Just curious.
We just want to know.
I just want to know the capabilities of fish. Fish experts, let us know.
I have heard of fish eating like the tips of fingers,
Yeah.
but not the whole hand.
Not the whole hand,
not bones
and not both.
all. Yeah.
And then they leave everything else.
Yeah. But horrible, horrible case. Injustice all around.
It's just neglectful is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
People not doing their job.
I know. Poor guy. Yeah. So, hopefully his sisters. Keep fighting, sister. Keep fighting. We need to know what happened to this poor guy.
Yeah.
All right. Off to you.
Alrighty. Well. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to continue getting our content.
In our bed. Our tech stuff.
Hey, it worked today, I think.
Our malfunctions.
It still shows I'm recording video, so we're good. Audio looks good. So you should be able to hear and see us, depending on which way you're checking us out. Anyway, speaking of which way you're checking us out, feel free to go to loveandluminol.com. That'll bring you to a list of our audio and video links so you can watch or listen to our podcast, whatever you want to do. It also has links to all of our social media. We are everywhere except for X, and it's at Love and Luminol for all of those. And then also on the webpage, there is a contact form. So if you want to hit us up, message us, let us know how we're doing, you can do it there, or you can do it on any of the social media accounts. That's all I got.
All you got? Check out our TikTok. We just finished books, drew a new one.
And for all the people who watched the book talk and we drew the new book and said, as long as it's on Audible, I'll be able to do it. If not, we were going to draw a new one. It is on Audible. So we will be doing that. It is called, what is it called?
Rust Colored Rain.
Rust Colored Rain.
By Otto Sanchez, I think.
I don't remember. It's Otto something.
Yes.
We did a book talk, like box opening of that book, because that one was actually sent to us. And then it got added to our list of names to pull. So we magically got that one next. So I'm kind of anxious on that one because the packaging for it was really cool.
It had really cool.
Had like tissue paper with like a bloody hand on it and all kinds of cool stuff.
He like painted his hand red and smacked his hand on the top of the box.
And the author signed the book, and then there was all kinds of like cool bookmarks and stickers with it and stuff. It was cool packaging. I had like this whole, I don't know, it reminded me of like a whole biohazard type thing.
Yeah, it did. It was nice.
Very cool packaging. So I'm anxious to get to that book and see what that one's about. I'm assuming it's zombie related, just based on what the packaging looked. So,
and it's Illinois.
Illinois. There's the S is silent. Get
whatever.
it right.
It's in Illinois.
Illinois.
Macassaw.
And you know that's named after your people. You should know how to say it.
I don't even know the full name. I know it's
Illinois?
Mac something.
Illinois. I'm talking about Illinois.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mac something.
Is it Macataw or?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
Like, that ain't important. Illinois.
I was talking about Illinois in general, but even that town that you're talking about sounds like it's also a Native American reference.
Wow,
so
sorry.
All the things around in the Midwest are all named after Native American. Even like towns in Wisconsin, like Milwaukee.
Yeah, but then we have Lewis and Clark Parkway out here.
Well, who were Lewis and Clark?
We don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about that one?
They
because I'm pretty sure. There you go. See, everything comes back to Native Americans.
Mm-hmm. Why couldn't they name it Sacagawea Parkway, huh?
Because white people named it. I don't know.
Well.
That's why it's.
They're
that's
like,
why
maybe she found
Kentucky,
it, but they named it.
That's why in Kentucky, real close to that, you got Louisville, Louisville. Some guy named Louis just came through.
He's like, this is my town. No, I'm sure it's Lewis, but then because it's spelled Louisville. But then
it's spelled Illinois too, but it's Illinois.
He got drunk off the moonshine. That's why.
It wasn't moonshine. It was bourbon. Because that's what they have down there. Bourbon.
It was bourbon.
Bourbon.
Good bourbon, too.
You drink a lot of bourbon, you don't say Louisville anymore. You say Louisville. Louisville. That's why everybody says Louisville. Because they're all drunk. And in relationships with their sister. But anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm playing, y'all. I'm playing.
They're like, excuse you.
Excuse you? What are you talking about? Just, my sister's beautiful.
No. No. What Dad said, he got married. Yeah, Tracy's from Kentucky. They got married in Kentucky. And he said, I went down there and they asked, get our marriage license, and they asked if we were related. And he said, I asked them if it was a requirement. So then he went to jail. No.
And
Denied.
They denied it.
No.
Well, anyway.
Anyway, enough on Kentucky.
Enough for ragging on Kentucky. Let's move on to Tennessee.
Uh-huh. All right. That's all I got.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.